Burial history in ancient Egypt. Ancient Egyptian burial traditions evolved dramatically from simple desert graves to monumental stone pyramids and elaborate tomb complexes. These practices were deeply connected to religion, kingship, and concepts of the afterlife. 1. Pre-Dynastic period, before 3100 BC natural desert burials. Early Egyptians buried their dead in shallow sand pits in the desert. The hot, dry sand naturally mummified the bodies. Bodies were placed in a flexed, fetal position, facing west, the direction of the setting sun and the afterlife. Grave goods included pottery, simple tools, and ornaments. 2. Early Dynastic period, 3100 to 2686 BC Mastabas and grave organization. With growing social complexity, rulers and elites were buried in mastabas, rectangular mudbrick tombs with flat roofs. The practice of intentional mummification began as bodies were placed in coffins, preventing natural preservation. Tombs became more structured with multiple chambers for offerings and goods. 3. Old Kingdom, 2686 to 2181 BC, the age of the pyramids. Kings were buried in pyramids, beginning with Djoser's Step Pyramid at Saqqara, the earliest large stone monument. Later, the famous Giza pyramids of Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure represented peak engineering. Non-royal elites were buried in nearby mastabas. Mummification techniques improved, focusing on long-term preservation. Funerary texts, pyramid texts, appear, guiding the king's journey to the afterlife. 4. Middle Kingdom, 2055 to 1650 BC rock-cut tombs and democratized afterlife. Tombs shifted to rock-cut chambers and cliffs, especially at Beni Hassan and Thebes. The afterlife was no longer reserved for kings. Texts such as the coffin texts made afterlife spells accessible to common people. More complex coffins appeared, often richly decorated. 5. New Kingdom, 1550 to 1070 BC, the Valley of the Kings, and elaborate mummification. Kings abandoned pyramids and chose hidden tombs in the Valley of the Kings to prevent looting. Famous burials include Tutankhamun, Thutmose III, and Seti I, and others. Tombs were decorated with detailed religious scenes. Book of the Dead, Amjuad. Mummification reached its peak, with careful removal of organs, resin treatment, and linen wrapping. 6. Late period, 664 to 332 BC, return to older traditions. Renewed interest in pyramid-shaped tombs for elites, small pyramidions. Mummification became highly standardized. Many mummies from this period survive intact. Animal burials and mummification, cats, ibises, crocodiles, became widespread due to religious cults. 7. Greco-Roman period, 332 BCE, 4th century CE, fusion of cultures. Burial traditions blended Egyptian, Greek, and Roman styles. Fayum mummy portraits, realistic painted faces on coffins, emerged. Wooden coffins remained common, along with continued use texts of the Book of the Dead.